I'll go back to Sunrise Daily. And Mr. Gule, you've been trying to respond to Mr. Shittu's submissions.
Yes, I must say that I've worked very hard in the emergence of who has emerged as president-elect of the NBA. And I can assure you that one of the things we can look out for in the coming years, during the coming regime, is that the NBA will have, the president will have a monthly State of the Nation press conference that will address issues as they arise. So that is at least one thing to look out for. Because we see we are all stakeholders, we are aware of the challenges the NBA has faced. And I believe that the present administration that will be sworn in is a departure from the past. It will be a clean break. And we very much, because the current president, Nabi Mahmoud, has tried to, we invited KPMG to do an audit of the NBA, and that audit itself revealed that a lot of reforms must come into the NBA, and those reforms definitely will be driven in this next administration.
I'm wondering, how do you separate, because you talked about process in the NBA, and can you really separate politics and processes in the NBA in ensuring who emerges? For instance, we have an understanding that there has been a particular chairman in charge of a disciplinary committee of the NBA who has been there for quite a while now.
Well, politics and processes. Unfortunately, we inherited our legal system from England, and whilst the English have gone far ahead to reform, we are still holding on to the archaic system. In England, for example, most members and the chairman of body disciplinary lawyers, the Bar Standards Board, is not a lawyer. So, but here we still have our old system, and so these are all part of the reforms we need to do. Politics may not be totally separated from processes in the NBA. But you see, a lot of it will have to be driven by the integrity of whoever is the president. And whilst we also look at the reforms, we must also look for a way of ensuring that we have a clean break from the administration of the association itself, from the leadership that will make the policy. It's a very important distinction we have to make. Right now we have elected officers who are the ones, making policy, who are the ones running the association, rather than, for example, in the secretariat, the current president has said we would ensure that we employ qualified chartered accountants to be in charge of our finances, and not just the usual part-time officials like the treasurer, the general secretary, who are currently the ones who... So these are some of the reforms to look out for that will come.
Mr. Shittu, what do you have to say about processes and politics in the NBA?
Well, I think my final take, generally, in addition to what you have said, that NBA should wake up. Wake up to restoring public confidence. Wake up in defense of the rule of law. Wake up in defense of constitutionalism. Wake up in defense of anti-corruption. And wake up in defense of good governance. More fundamentally, NBA should address the welfare of Nigerian lawyers and be more particular about the delivery of democracy dividends to Nigerians. NBA should not stand aloof. See, don't look why Nigerians have been oppressed, why there is a, NBA must, I look forward to see an NBA that is credible in terms of integrity and transparency, particularly NBA that will always speak in favor of the independence of the judiciary. When judges are being oppressed, NBA should speak up. When rights are being violated, NBA should speak up. NBA should not work for particular vested interests of politicians. They should work for the Nigerian people. That's the NBA that will give my own confidence.
I must thank you so much indeed for talking to us. Wahab Shittu, legal practitioner, as well as Martin Sogunleye, a former NBA chair here in Lagos State.
Thank you.
And that's how the program has been here in Lagos. We do sincerely thank you for watching. I'm Gimba Umar.
I'm Neota Egbe. Well, that's how it's been also here in Abuja and Chamberlain. So
Get some good rest and some good ram. Have a great day ahead. I'm Ajuri Ngalale.
The views and opinions expressed by guests on this program are those of the maker and do not necessarily reflect the views, opinions, and endorsement of Channels Television.